toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
Fires it incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So Mississippi State will have to the snap to the up man. They'll fake it. Breaks into the open. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive coming out, setting the tone. They get stopped on third down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
Right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Snap it to the back. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on third down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They'll ride the hot hand. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Gets it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Rainbow Warriors with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
On the option. Quick toss. He has the first and still on his feet. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that's good enough for a first down.
As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period. First down here. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Oh, better look out. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got his man on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii. They'll try to add another to their lead.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big...
Oh, he's got some space. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Finds the tight end. Open space at the 25. They get him stopped by but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Gain of 26.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And the Rainbow Warriors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. Good, solid tackle.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but they can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in-route.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Here's a hit. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Now up by 7 points here in the second. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up 14 over Jacksonville State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Takes the easy completion. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
You just got to have better concentration if you're the wide receiver. I know it feels like a routine completion. You still got to get 2 hands on the ball and look it in. That's a bad drop.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rifles it down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They want to throw it. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Mississippi State going up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. He's got it on the outside. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense looks like they're coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 40, there he goes. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Rainbow Warriors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Good timing on the quick out. Quick timeout call on the offense after the play.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the field goal unit is on the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money on the slant. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Start this drive going to the air. Working that left side. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Defensively, you'll take the slow downs. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's looking to throw. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And that's a big missed opportunity there. And sometimes it's just those small things. It's getting your feet set so you can throw the ball with good accuracy. A lot of times guys are open and you just rush it, you hurry it. This quarterback's just got to settle down a little bit, take the time, and hit that open guy.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. He's looking to pass. Under fire. They
It's just a play the quarterback can't make. Fourth down, down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Powers through the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
It's a fumble on the play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The screen, he can go. Still running at the 35. Turns it on down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The offense changing the play. Second down, he'll throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
the Hawaii offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Snaps it in the shotgun. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Hawaii. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 1 more quarter to play. It looks as if we are ready to go here in the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Yates.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Fights off of the defender. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
3rd down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Now he'll fire back into the middle. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Hey, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
On 4th down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that triple option is exactly what it sounds like. You have the dive, the quarterback run, and the pitch. And the QB was a little bit confused what to do.
And you wondered if he would have had an opportunity to get that pitch off, but how are they going to get this option game going?
I got to do a really good job with my quarterback threatening that guy. I can't let him sit on the line of scrimmage and play patient where he can play me and slow play. I got to make him come to me, and then that pitch works a little bit faster.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the Rainbow Warriors will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Reads it, fires complete. Got enough space. Touchdown Warriors. And the beatdown has ensued.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And the extra point was good. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They'll go to the counter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll give it to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out in the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Working that wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Oh, they're after him. He's got him. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing the strap.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum.
There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Trying play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
That's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders... It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Bringing the heat. On the move, he fires. Oh, it's picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's 3rd and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously.